supposed to start getting warmer. We've had like 2 weeks of really cold weather. I just had an experience that was not unexpected, but shouldn't be reality. Those who sell you things that you really feel you can't live without, they get raises every year. Do you? No, most of us. So Comcast keeps on working its way back up as high as it can go. So I was like, alright, fine, fuck it again, I'm going to try and switch. Last time I called Dish, I ended up talking to some guy in a boiler room, and he talked fast, and he wasn't telling the truth either. But because I could hear the boiler room behind him, I asked a bunch of questions he didn't have answers for, and I hung up. This time it wasn't a boiler room. I ended up calling the one that on the screen said, "We're the best. If they're the best, y'all suck," including Comcast. I know people want to get raises, but if it ain't doing it the right way, somebody's dying while you're getting fatter. You know, the world can't hold everybody that would like to be here. God, all the demons love to be here too. There ain't no way to fit them all. But anyhow. So, you know, talking to this female who's also doing the same thing, but I guess there wasn't a boiler room action going on. And I'm asking these questions, and she doesn't really have answers, but she's like, I'm sure that, you know, if we can do this, our $45 is guaranteed, blah, 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 and we don't do internet, you know, somebody else does that, but we partner with them, and we can, I'm pretty sure if it was $40 or it would be 20, and I'm like, well, my number is 75. Well, we can probably do that, and just let me hook you up. So she got her sale, but then she lost it afterwards. So they follow a script. This worked for us before, so this is what you need to do to a T. Ooh, they lie. You know, if we ain't got no money, you can't take no more. Oh shit, the formula doesn't work no more. The old saying, a fool and his money part soon. Well, all the money has parted, according to your rules. In my world, anyhow. It seems there's a lot of positions for experienced salespeople. Their local radio station has been relatively often in the past 2 to 3 years, and this one's been going on for months, looking for somebody to make new sales. It ain't easy. And the signboard, the highway signboards, we're looking for a better salesman too, man. The money ain't coming in. Salesman's the bottom character. And they follow a script that has been written. I'm talking. I was a salesperson. I like to tell the truth. And that don't work too well. It should. There are salesmen that sell things and they don't lie about the price. And if you can't afford it, okay. You know. Yeah. But lying about it is ridiculous. If I was selling a top of line anything, yeah, you'd want to talk about why. And I was looking for price. I want the minimum, and evidently, you know, nobody wants to sell it for less, much less than Comcast, and everybody's looking to get a raise too. Yeah, me too. You think anybody's gonna give me one? I can't take it. Yeah, I got a fire burn. I didn't talk at all yesterday. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I talk to myself so much. I have dreams about being crazy. Not in a bad way. People just saying whatever they say, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I just talk to myself a lot. I guess I'm crazy. Not all of us that talk to ourselves are totally crazy, but yeah, it can feel that way. Yeah. Two things were on the radio, and because it's necessary. There's always got to be something to make you think. But you need to make your own decisions about things, and then, seriously. One of them was looking for somebody to help with mentally disabled and physically disabled people. I might be able to do that. I don't know if they think I'm qualified, but I might be able to do that. If it pays better than what I got, I might be able to do that. I like people. Well, I can't stand nasty people. I can't stand evil. Whoever it represents itself. And a lot of times you gotta deal with it, but the less of it I gotta deal with, the better. And the other one that I heard that was interesting, be a personal trainer. I might look like I'm in great shape, but I'm in pretty good shape. Huffing wise, I have very little huff. Strength, in a very brief period, I can do a lot. I run out of huff real fast. A lot about being a personal trainer is not so much about you should be in shape, but a lot of coaches in the NFL and elsewhere, they're fat folks. They don't do anything. They tell you what to do. I got one of those inside. She can't do much, so she tells me what to do. But to be a personal trainer is being similar to being a college coach or any kind of coach. It's better to be in shape if you be a personal trainer. But it still comes down to, it's not just the physical. You have to have a relationship with the person, and you have to help them be better. Supposedly. I suppose people get paid for doing less. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees on Wednesday and then back down to 30 the next day. You don't want to enjoy Wednesday a lot. I just talked to Nelson. I didn't give him his last name. There's probably a lot of them, but nonetheless. At the moment, there's only one Nelson in my life, and he was very smart about it too. I didn't know that he had a part-time thing until about 3 years later. 2 or 3 years. I had a 2-year period. When I was a dealer, I wouldn't touch you with any knowledge unless I knew you for these 2 years. Put me out of business. I'm not a social person after school. Man, school was not fun. A lot of people know that, actually. It's fun for some. Some of them don't even cause hassle. It's the ones that do that make the misery for the ones that don't have fun. I haven't talked to Nelson since I left. It was about 2 months before I left. He does dealing on the side. He's actually got a business. He might even be checking this stuff out. I don't know. I gave him a big thing of notes and the purple card with lightning. I said, I might be able to change your life. Not in so many words. He's like, man, dude, I haven't heard from you in a long time. I said, well, I thought you went to Florida. I did. And I go back and forth, he says. I managed to escape the city. They're foreclosing on the old house. I couldn't sell it. I mean, what can I say? Somebody busted it, took all the copper piping. Good thing I had everything turned off. They might have turned it off just to people that do that. I don't know if they'd be nice enough to turn off the water. I did before they stole it. But anyway, he has his degree in business, and he played both sides quite well. He's a player, actually. Quite a smart one, actually. He said, I just can't stand... He's one of those that says, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. He's a very high-energy dude. But I don't like having my enemy close, and I don't really... It's hard to find people that I can trust. I tried. I actually got a partner. When I was young, I knew I could never do anything always by me myself. Tried having partners, and they always turned on me. This one turns on me and then gets over it. She's never that mean. Although when she's mean, I mean, if she had the power, she'll throw you off the wall, throw you off the cliff, and hope that you're alive tomorrow and say, I'm sorry. If you're not alive, oops. I don't give her that power. That's why the house is in both names. I didn't pay for it. She didn't pay for the last one. Whatever. People, especially when you're this close to each other, can't have power over the other like that. So it was like, well, we used to, even if you're not buying anything, we used to just kind of hang out and chat. I was like, yeah, man, shoot the shit. Or he said, shoot the shit, whatever. No, I like him. I mean, I don't always need his part-time thing. He's pretty good at it, just like other salespeople, but he's still shooting the same shit. But that's what you're taught. So, anyway, I said, when springtime comes, I'd love to hang out before. I might not buy anything, but if you got the time to come visit, I'd love to have you. So, we'll see if he shows up. I think he will. I've been wrong before. Yeah. Well, that works. It is a diary, I say that every time. I get lost in my thoughts. Just talking about bosses and scripts, and this is what you do, and I work for Daddy. It's eternal. He is eternal. He is the creator, the great spirit, etc. Some people it doesn't. I thought so too. I thought I looked like Jesus. But what passes through me that has actually gone out, because a lot of it is never made it to the internet. But one was like Jesus with a question mark. He's my brother. I know him real well. Another one was like, are you God? No, I'm a servant. God doesn't have a body. Yeah. My fingers are getting really cold. Wednesday, man, we'll see what kind of mood I'm in. But it's going to be 60 degrees for one day in January. Even in February, that's pretty awesome. I made a delivery today to a guy that had one of the things that I was looking at on the internet. An outside boiler. It's a wood burner, but it's outside, so the ashes stay outside, the chimney stays outside, the dirt stays outside, and it heats up water that goes through pipes into your house through radiators and also your water heater. And done well, it says it's 90% efficient. I don't know about that truth, but you try and believe people until you find out they're lying. But nonetheless, there's no lies about it's outside. The dirt and the ashes and the wood stay outside. And there's no chance of getting a fire in your house. There ain't no lie in that. And the water is not under pressure. Because the wood is boiling the water, but in the old days it actually was under pressure. At least I guess so. This one has flowing by electric. If the electric's off, you might not want to stoke the heater, I guess. Or maybe it's got to have valves just in case. But anyway, this guy's actually got one, and it's in progress, and it's heating his house. And you know, I delivered the pizza, and I'm like, dude, man, you actually got one of those things. Really? That's fucking awesome. I'm looking at him. And yours is functional. He's like, yeah, back breaking work. He's actually skinnier than I am, but built. I mean, he's got some muscle to him. He's about my age, so he should by my age. And I was like, man, wood is practically free if you're willing to do the work. And you know, again, he said back breaking work. You know, like, you're in shape. Look at yourself. It's worth it. I didn't quite go that far, but it is. I can't have everybody doing it because then there would be a shortage of wood. You're all addicted to easy. Wood ain't easy. I was just really glad to see it in action. He gave me a $7 tip, you know. Flattered him. I did, but you know, and flattering is okay if you earned it. Yeah. I'm thinking I want to put radiators in the basement and of course up top, and run some pipes out here so I don't have to freeze my ass off when I want to have some peace and quiet without bothering her or her bothering me, and do my diary. Yeah, I'm glad I could put it on the internet now. I did a diary since I had to, which was probably about 11 or 12. Me and Daddy, the way I perceive him. It changes as we go along, but nonetheless, it's always been Daddy.